Hey, and thanks for pressing on my video. I'm Mas. I wanted to make this video talking about niches and how I think that can be a good thing, but how I also think that it can be a thing that can really hinder you as a content creator if you're anything like me. If at any point it doesn't really look like I'm looking into the camera, it's because I have a document with bullet points, so I try and stay on point because I've written down some points that I want to talk about. So it's to try and stay on point, because sometimes when I ramble a lot, I start talking about something else and I lose track and then I don't really know where I'm going. So first of all, I wanted to talk about my background as a content creator, just so you know a little bit about me. I've been a fan and I watched live streams for more than like 13 years now. Since 2012, honestly, I watch a lot of streams, Wreckful, Soda Poppin', Mitch Jones, XQC, all of those different, asmongold now, many different people. I always wanted to be a live streamer and I have been a live streamer, but I wanted to take it further, of course, and be able to live off of it. It's not something I can do right now, but it's just to say I've been a content creator, a live streamer for a long time. So I know how the game is. I've tried it. I've done many different things, and also something that I'm going to talk about a little bit in the video. I love the process of making the videos, editing the videos when it's a niche, a topic that I'm into, that I like. I really like it. I like meeting new people, talking to new people, other content creators, all that comes with it. It's what I liked. As I said, I streamed on Twitch for 10 years, more than 10 years, not consistently, of course. I created YouTube videos and content for just as long, maybe a little bit less. And TikToks and shorts I've made for like 2 to 3 years on many different accounts and niches and topics. So why is the niche advice so popular? Well, I think that it's so popular because it helps people, it helps content creators to build a clear and recognizable brand. When you choose a niche, you also choose like an audience, kind of a target audience, right? And you more easily attract and retain that target audience if you have that niche and you're consistently and regularly coming back and making content about this niche. So people like this niche and they're interested in it and they know what to expect of you and your videos. So that's why they keep coming back, and that's why a niche works, and that's why it helps you grow as a content creator. Also, the algorithm of TikTok and YouTube, it knows who to recommend your content to. It recommends it more effectively and focused when you have a niche. So the algorithm knows, okay, you're making videos about this kind of thing, so I need to push it to this kind of audience, right? So it helps you grow in that sense as well. So that's also why a niche is a good thing and it helps you grow. And also you can kind of become a go-to content creator in certain niches, things like the news daddy guy. Like a lot of people probably really like that guy. Go to him for like news on TikTok or whatever, you know, or like think of other content creators in some niche that you really like. You probably have a go-to in a certain niche topic interest that you just go to, right? It can kind of label you as an expert, even though maybe you're not an expert now. You can become an expert. Research, it's free. You can look it up on YouTube as long as you have a computer, phone, whatever library. You can go to that. You can become an expert if you just have time. That's a further reason how you can grow and become more established. People go to you for that expertise, knowledge on a certain topic and niche, and that further cements and grows like you as a content creator and your audience and your following, right? The thing is that, at least kind of what I have experienced, it's not really a like one size fits all. It works great for some people, some content creators, but it doesn't work for everyone, because not everyone, at least, can just stick to one niche and then they can just make videos about it, be passionate about it, be consistent about it, have fun doing it, be motivated. I don't know if it's like this for everyone. It's, for at least for me and my experiences, it's not like this at all. Some content creators, they need variety, they need like a flexible format, they need to try other things, and it's okay to blend some of those interests over time and evolve over time. And I think that a niche, if you're choosing a niche and you're niching too much, it kind of counters that and it goes against that. And if you're anything like me, that is not good for you as a content creator. Like, I like many different things. I like many different niches. I like many different topics. I like to do many different things, make videos about many different things. So being too set on one niche is not something that is for me, because it leads me to burnout, and it leads me to not enjoying and having fun being a content creator and doing the things I want to do. So no good. But the good thing is that there's no universal path to success. It can look different and looks different in every single person and content creator. You don't have to just have one niche and then post every day or whatever, blah, blah, to grow as a content creator. You can try that. You can do that. But like, if people can sense you're not having fun, you don't enjoy it, you're not improving the videos, or people are not getting anything from it, probably not going to work. You're not going to like get that many. Yeah, you're probably going to get some followers and views, right? But it's not going to be something that's going to be like grand and maybe to the extent that you want. So that's a good thing, because that means that we get to try out different things. Some of the challenges with having multiple niches and platforms and interests, though, is the constant context switching across platforms. So YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, they're all different. They all have different audiences. The audience have different expectations of the content, of what it has in it. The format is different. The technical demands, all of it is different. Also, the administrative task from you, it's different. Some of the platforms, you need to put a title and descriptions. Some platforms, it's just a title. Some platforms, it's just a description maybe. Some platforms use heavily hashtags, maybe not so much anymore, but they used to. Some content forms has thumbnails, and there's just a lot of different things that you have to like constantly be good at and change, like on the different kinds of contexts and platforms. This can really drain your creative energy, and it can definitely make your consistency suffer a lot, at least for me. I've tried to switch between my different niches and interests and whatever, and it really do feel like you are starting all over again. When you rekindle something that you did like 6 months ago or a year ago, right? It's very limited to what I can remember and what kind of just is natural to me to do. So it's like, if I've been creating TikToks for a long time, right? And then all of a sudden I want to create long form YouTube videos. I have to remember or research, how do you make a good thumbnail? What kind of thumbnails are in right now? How long should the videos be? What talking points? What games? Like, whatever you're doing, you have to like rediscover all of that, because it's so different from like a long-term YouTube video than for TikTok. And that can really give you burnout. And I've had that many times. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is my personal experience with this. I had, as I said, many different TikTok accounts. I had many different YouTube accounts. I had even many different Twitch live streaming accounts. And why did I have that? Because I watched videos about niches that told me that if you make content about a lot of different things, the system doesn't know who to push it to. You're going to be stuck in 100 to 300 view jail. You're not going to get any likes. You're not going to get any follows, comments, whatever. And that's why I did it. I did it because of that. But the thing is, for me, it's personally too much. Like 2 YouTube accounts, 2 TikToks, a Twitch, and then just also like having my own life outside of that. And if you have to do that like every day or just like a few times a week, it's too much. The time spent researching like hashtags, trends, thumbnail styles, as I said, video lengths, it's too much. Like always like trying to guess what content or games will perform well. It's just, yeah. And I'm constantly like asking myself, okay, what should I talk about? What format works? And it's too much for me. It's too much. I can't keep up with it. So then I just stop. I burn out and I stop posting and I'm stop being consistent. I leave it for like months, right? And then no one watches your videos, no one remembers who you are after that, because you barely built a following and then you're like starting over again. Maybe those people are not even on that platform anymore. Maybe they deleted like TikTok or YouTube. Maybe they just like other things now. They are growing too. They're people too. They're growing, they're evolving. So they also grow with their interest or switch interest maybe, right? So I have maybe a suggestion for like an alternative approach. So I think you should just, when you're making content videos, you should just try to follow what excites you. Kind of treat content creation as a journey of discovery, you know? Like if you don't really know, maybe you do know, but then if you do know what you want to make videos about, just do it, just create it, just spend time on it, it's great. But if you don't know, treat it as a journey of discovery. Try different niches, topics out, like see if you like it. Do you enjoy making this kind of content? Do you not? Fine. If you don't, go to another one, you know, see if you enjoy it. You have to experiment with different topics, styles to like stay motivated. If you're anything like me and you can't stick to one thing, one interest, one topic, and that's okay. And that can work out. Don't let anyone tell you that it can't, because it can. And there's many people that have one account and they just post about whatever and it's working, right? So try that and do that. Also, I think it's just important to do what you like and what you find fun, because people value authenticity over perfection. So if the audience can tell that you're passionate about something, you're enjoying it, you're having fun, it's what you really want to do, it's just, you know, it's that thing, then that energy, it transfers to them and they love it and they come back for it and they want more. But if you're doing something that you don't really want to do and people can tell you're not having fun, they're probably not going to enjoy it. And they're probably not going to come back if it's going to keep being like that. So my point is, pivoting is normal. It's often necessary for long-term growth to like sway in other directions, topics, niches, evolving, moving, trying new things out. It's okay. See what works. Like what works will change. So you're gonna have to change if you want to stay relevant anyways with your content, right? So it's a natural thing that's gonna happen. So you might as well try to enjoy it and already do it now if you're struggling to figure out what to make videos about, or if you're just forcing yourself to do that one thing that you don't really want to do, then don't. Try new things out, evolve, pivot, try new things, new platforms, whatever. Also, if you're anything like me, like I get very sudden like spurs of like inspiration, motivation, and like ideas of like what I want to make a video about. Like really, I could just visualize it and feel it in my head. And if you're anything like that, I think it's important to have like flexibility when you're being creative, instead of trying to force yourself to be consistent and being like on a posting schedule. Like I have to post on Monday, I have to do this now. Like it's important to let it come to you creatively. It's important that it comes to you, right? If you're anything like me and like that, and I'm like that, so that's what works for me, I think, at least with like getting ideas for new stuff. Like it doesn't really, I'm not too good at sitting down and researching like ideas for videos. For me, it just kind of comes in my head and then I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to make a video about. Some further practical tips I can try to give. If you're anything like this and you know that you're going to switch in niches and topics, content batching is very good. If you are all of a sudden just like fueling with energy and fire inside of you for this one thing that you're really passionate about and you just want to make content about it, sit down and just make like a couple of videos. Make more than one. Just don't just make one, make like 2 or 3 maybe, and just record them so you have the content. Because then if you have the content and then you get tired of the niche, when you come back to that interest and niche, you already have the content. So there's less friction to get the video out, and you just need to get it ready to get it out there for your audience. So you don't have to sit and like record it, prepare it, everything, get an idea. Like it's just a lot easier. If you're recording a lot of content, and that's good, then for future, you have a lot of stuff that you can edit. So instead of editing 1 video, you can edit 2 or 3 videos, right? And then you just have them ready, and then you can just schedule it for like a period when you're maybe not into that niche or interest too much. So you're still giving your audience the videos that's relating to the niche, but it's actually old content that you had ready. But that's okay, because it's still staying true to that, and you're giving the audience what they want. Another thing I can say is try and repurpose content. I'm not really good at this, but it makes sense. If you, for example, like me, you like long form videos like this, try and make it into something that can be usable for some of your other like platforms like TikTok and Shorts. If you're making long form YouTube videos, you can make it into small clips of 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever, and try and post it there and see if people like it or not. If they don't like it, well, then that's less energy spent doing that. So then you know that. But maybe you have another topic that you like to talk a lot about, and it has a lot of potential to be short form content as well. You could spend a little bit of time editing and having it ready, and then repurposing for TikTok and Shorts, Reels maybe even. And so you're using your content for multiple platforms and purposes, and it's a really good thing to do, and I'm really bad at it. Lastly, I just want to say, I think keeping a balance is good. Like, as I said, try and like plan to stay on track if you know it's something that you really want to do, but don't like force yourself to make videos and force yourself to record or edit or whatever if you know that you don't really have the motivation, you don't really want to do it. Like, leave some space for spontaneous ideas and videos to come up for you, and fun ideas, because I think that people can probably tell if it's a genuine fun idea and interest you have rather than a forced idea. So try and not force yourself too much, but I know it can be difficult if you know it's something you're returning to, but then if you have the batch content and the repurposing, it can make that a bit easier, because then you don't have to get on camera at least and like fake it. You just have to edit it, put it up on another platform, and then it's there and it's ready, and you're still keeping that platform or that account alive, and you're not letting it die out. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's my little video. I wanted to talk about niches and how it fits for some people, but it doesn't fit for everyone. So there's things you can do if it doesn't, and if it does, then hey, just go ahead and go ham. But not everyone is like that. I'm not. So anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not? Why? Was it a complete waste of time and space? Any feedback that you think is necessary to give. Obviously, if you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing, since it lets me know that you did, and it encourages me to make more videos like this. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.